We have a lot to get to this week. Of course, everybody is talking about Omid Scobie's book, ENDGAME. And it isn't just raising eyebrows in the US and the UK, but the Netherlands version of the book was allegedly misprinted with details about the royal family's involvement in Prince Archie's skin color incident. So the Dutch translation of the new royal tell-all reportedly names King Charles and Kate Middleton as the royals who made comments about Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's firstborn child before his birth. As a result of the alleged name mistakes, the Dutch edition has been pulled from the shelves until it gets reprinted. And the English version doesn't mention any names whatsoever. But Omid Scobie, who wrote the book, he said in a statement, having only written and edited the English version of ENDGAME, I can only comment on that manuscript, which does not name the two individuals who took part in the conversation. I'm happy to hear that the error in the translation of the Dutch edition is being fixed. So can the author, can Omid or the U.S. publisher sue for something like this, for such a big mistake?
Well, it's a huge mistake, but really the people that can sue are the members of the royal family that are defamed, right? So obviously we don't know what the original manuscript said. Somehow, some way, something was lost in translation. So whether it was on the part of the Dutch publishers who added this, or if Omid somehow provided a previous version, the question is, who is the publisher for the purpose of a defamation lawsuit? We know the Dutch publisher is, and the question is, did Omid provide those names to someone? And if so, he may be held liable. Now, of course, if the royal family doesn't want to pursue this case, I don't think it's going to go anywhere. I can't imagine in a sort of business relationship like this where they pulled the Dutch version off the shelves, the Netherlands entity would go after the British one.
So if the royal family did decide to take action, which likely, knowing their history, maybe they won't, but could they go after Omid and say, you need to show us early manuscripts and, like you said, kind of sue for defamation?
Potentially, and that's something that would come out in discovery. They'd certainly sue the Netherlands entity, and they might sue Omid and the British one as well to say, well, hey, how did this information even get to the Dutch? Is this something that they added, or is this something that Omid provided? And we know that manuscripts and books go through multiple rounds of edits, including legal review. So it's certainly possible, obviously this is just speculating, that an earlier version of the book did name names. And the lawyers got involved and said, hey, we don't want to get sued. You need to change this. You need to sanitize this. So that's a real possibility.